Hi you guys and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a Valentine's Day candle. So I casted this vessel myself. You can go and watch my video. I do have videos where I'm casting and showing how I do this. So we're going to use this simple timeless vessel here. I'm going to do some roses. I have some really cute Cupid molds here. Some hearts as well with some little messages. So let's start creating. So I'm going to be using two types of waxes today. I'm always using the brand Carax. This one is a mix of coconut and soy. It is a container wax, which is in my melting tower here. And that's what we are going to use for pouring into our vessel here. Okay, and this wax here, it's a harder wax, it's a soy pillar wax. And that wax here, we are going to use that to our molds here. It's a harder wax, of course, so that's the best wax to use, especially for these molds. The other wax is too soft, and it's not really meant for it, to be honest. So, what I'm going to do, we're going to start with, we're going to scent as well today, and I'm going to raspberry scent it. I get my scents from France, because I'm actually stationed in Europe, so I have a really nice supplier in France, and I just love their scents. They're really good. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm scenting as well and these things. So what we're going to start with, I think let's just prepare our vessel first. Just going to put these aside. I'm going to use a wooden cherry wood wick. I'm just going to attach that with some glue here with my glue gun. Just gotta be a little bit fast here. My glue stick just fell out. There's still enough glue in there. Okay, perfect. I got a little string here. Just make sure you actually get those strings. Keeps coming. There we go. Perfect. So now that our vessel is ready, what we can do, we can start scenting. Like that, the candle can set before we start our decorations. So what I'm going to need a pot. I'm just going to grab that. Perfect. Just going to grab my scent here as well. And a little glass so we can weigh it out, and a pipette. I love using pipettes, you guys, because like that you can add and subtract from your glass easily, especially when it comes to CLP labeling. You want to be exact with your dosage. So we are going to need 150 grams of, no, not 150, yes, approximately 155 or something like that. That would be 5.29 ounces of wax. And then we're going to scent it at 10%. So if we're scenting at 10%, we're going to need 15 grams, which is then 0.52 ounces. Okay, so I'm just going to weigh off my scent first. You don't have to scent at 10%, you guys. I mean, many times. It depends, of course, your scent. There will be instructions on the scent percentage that you can scent with your brand. However, which brand ever you're using, to be honest. This one is typically from 7 to 10%, so you can choose. You can make them less stronger, or you can make them full on. I always do it at 10%, and then I don't scent the decorations. Perfect, exactly. So now just move that aside. And now we can start weighing off our wax here, which was 150 to 155 grams. which is 5.29 ounces. Perfect. Just going to grab a little spoon. Now my wax in the tower is already at the temperature where I can add my scent, which is 65 degrees Celsius, which is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. So we can go ahead and add our scent here. Now at this stage it's very important that you stir well, so incorporate this scent well in your wax stuff. Just get those golden drops out. You always have so much scent stuck. It just smells absolutely lovely. It's a sweet raspberry. It's like a raspberry caramel scent. I think that's wonderful for a Valentine. Even like a strawberry, that would be amazing too. But this just smells absolutely gorgeous. Perfect, you guys. So now we can pour into our vessel. Perfect. Now let's leave our vessel to set. So I'm just going to move it to the side here. Now let's focus on our decorations. So you guys, I already have some soy pillow wax here, which I already melted in a pot before. So I'm just going to use that one. I'm just going to check my mold here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this to 170 degrees Celsius, which is 338 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? I'm going to do that over a bain-marie. Okay, you guys, so now I melted the wax. And it's ready. So let's pour. I'd like to do, let me see here, some of these. They are very decorative. I like them a lot. I'm just going to do a couple of them. Maybe a bit more, let's see. I'm going to do a couple of these small white hearts. I'm not going to fill them to the top because I don't want them to be too thick and bulky. Just going to do them like halfway. And then we're going to do some red ones as well. Perfect. So now we're going to do one of these messages. My darling, you and me, kiss me, do you love me? That's a sweet one. Kiss me, I love you forever. So we can just do a couple of those and then we can see which ones we're going to want to use. I'm just going to think about the sizes here. I'm going to do this one. I'm not going to fill it to the top. I'd like them to be a little bit dainty. You and me, it's a bit smaller. And we can do love. There we go. Now I'm going to do these Cupid ones as well. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I'm going to test that out after. Let's see which one is cuter. Let's do them both. I'm going to overfill them a bit because I don't want them to break. There are some spots where it's a little bit soft and tiny and not too thick. So I'm just leaving it to cool. I'm literally creating a bubble above the line, and we can always chip that extra off. There we go. And fill it a bit more. And the wax also, you guys, does contract in the mold as well. Okay, perfect. So we got a little bit more wax left here. We could just do just a little heart. Perfect. All right. So while this is setting, let's do the red color wax. I'm just going to show you guys. Already pre-colored it, as you can see. I just broke up an old candle which you can reuse and remelt, and it's going to look fantastic again. It's a pity to throw these things. So I'm just going to melt that at same temperature. It's still a soy pillow wax, like the previous one we poured here with the white one. I just gave it some color granules. I might show you the granules for a moment. These are the granules. This is a red color. I prefer to use granules instead of liquid color because I feel that I can control my level of color much better with the granules rather than with the drops of a liquid. So I prefer to do this. The only time that I actually use the liquid color would be maybe for marbling or something like that. But otherwise, it's always granules. Perfect. So let's melt this. 270 degrees Celsius, which is 338 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, you guys, so I melted the wax now. I left it to cool down just a little bit. I'm just going to move these molds here, just a bit here. Just put it down. I do use a thermometer, for example. You could use one of these, and you actually have. It's fairly cheap. It almost costs nothing, to be honest, and you can get them on Temu, Amazon, or wherever, and they are very cheap. And you can just choose whether you want it Celsius or you want it as Fahrenheit. So you have options here, and it's fairly very accurate. I love using it, and you can just test your wax here to see the temperature. Usually, I would pour into my molds when it's around 65 degrees Celsius, not under, which is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. So I don't want the wax to be too hot when I pour into my molds. However, I've already tempered the wax here. It's fine. So I can just do that. Actually, I'm seeing that they're like a little too hot here. I'd like to see if I can maybe get some wax in there. A bit careful, just to see the shape of it. Would be fun. Perfect. All right, so let's fill some of these hearts here. You can see I've got some white wax. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do one red here. Kiss me with a heart. That's kind of sweet. We can do love. Perfect. I'm going to do some roses here. Maybe I'll just do one in case it does break. But then I can show you guys how to actually patch these things up. Let me just pour that one up here. Gorgeous. Now let's do some of these little hearts. Like that, we have something to choose from. You could do some pink ones as well. You don't have to only work with white and red. I mean, I'll do some more videos, you guys, on Valentine's candles. So, and I do have some from last year as well. I did a lot of Valentine's videos. You might want to go check those out as well, if you like. Don't forget to subscribe, you guys. It helps me grow my channel. And hit the notification button so you will be notified when I do post a new video. Usually I always post every second week, so there's always something to get inspired by. And if you do, give me a like, and don't forget to comment and tell me what you think. Perfect. So now let's just leave these things to set. Once everything has set, I'm going to show you guys what's next. Okay, you guys, I think everything has set here. I just brought with me like this little soldering machine here. It's a wireless one. It's really handy, especially if you're doing candles. The reason I'm showing you guys this tool is because it's super nice, especially if you take out the rose and the petal bricks and you can actually fix it with it. It's wireless. I just charged it, and I'll show you guys after how it's done. First, let's just demold these other things first. Everything has set perfectly. So if you can get those out, you're cute. I'm just going to grab a plate. I'm going to transfer everything to this plate. The reason being is that we're going to pop these little puppies into the fridge, and we are going to attach to our candle here at the surface while they are cold. I want them to be as cold enough so when we have the wax here, it's going not to melt those two waxes together, so we don't transfer the color over to the other wax. So I just find it a little bit better. You don't have that mixing happening if you just cool down your components. So I'm just gonna pop these things out. If you guys have any questions or anything you would like to ask me, you're more than welcome just to comment down below. Mostly I see to all my comments and I try to reply to everybody. Let's see, this one got a little bit stuck here. Perfect. I have some extra ones of these here, so let's just pop these over here as well. And I got like these little cute flowers. I'd like to add those too. They were also done in a mold. Just some extra little things that I have. Okay, so let's do Cupid here. I'm kind of curious to see how he came out. Our little sweet Cupid. And our hearts here. Let's see if we can pop them out. That's sweet. But I have a little white wax here, so you can't really see the pattern very well, so I'm not going to use that one. So let's try to get Cupid out. So cute, guys. What I'd like to do, I'm just going to remove the excess wax without trying to break our Cupid here, so we have a really nice finish. Just kind of chip that off. Could use this soldering machine here. To get into those cracks. Good to have some nails here. How cute he is. There you go, you guys. How sweet it is. So I'm still going to, let me just get my soldering here. Let's try it out. go. And I want it on 1. We can change it. You can put 2 or 3, but this one is enough for wax. It's going to get too hot if anything. So I'm just going to see. I'm going to show you guys how fast this actually goes. Have a look. Oop. There you go. What is smoking is only actually solder. See, I've just created that hole. So you can fine polish things there. Look at that. That's super, super cool, you guys. We can detach the wings a little bit from the foot. How cool is that? Super. Let's fine polish these things. Obviously, please be careful with your own hands. You can do it even more because this is hot. You can make it smoother. There you go. Perfect. I'm just going to switch that off. I'm just going to keep on holding it and switch it off. Okay? Perfect. Now this tool is amazing, you guys. I got this. Oh, my cat's going crazy again. So I got this tool from Temu. It's actually really inexpensive. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon as well. And to be honest, it's worth every cent, penny, euro, wherever you're watching from. I can even show you guys the box. This is the box, and it's called a soldering iron. It's a wireless soldering iron, and it comes in this little box here. And there you have the little components for it, and a little wireless, a little USB port with a small cable, so you can actually charge it because it's on charge, and then you can just kind of put it up its end here with a USB port. Okay, so that's it. Now let's continue with the next Cupid. Let's see if we're going to have to fine polish the ends on him too. Oh, that's so sweet, you guys. Look at him. So we're going to do the edges here to make him more marked up nicely. Okay, so I'm just going to grab the tool again. Press. So the lights go on, and we are automatically at 1. We can do the biggest excess. Just chip that off with your finger, and then afterwards we can just smoothen it all out with the soldering machine or the soldering iron. Okay, so now let's kind of just smooth it out here. It just works immediately. It's hot. Immediately this works. Perfect. Now let's do a hole in between his arm here, just to give it a little bit. Ooh, wow. That's beautiful, you guys. Now look at that. So I'm just going to do that a little bit more here. Perfect. And there we go. How sweet. Flawless, literally. Okay, so I'm just going to switch that one off. There we go. Now next Cupid is done. Now I'm just going to demold these. You know what these reminds me of, you guys? Like these little candy hearts, those little candy hearts that used to melt in your mouth. I don't remember the name of them, but it kind of reminds me of the shape of them. Okay, so off on the plate for cooling. There we go. Now let's do our rows here. So we're going to use the soldering machine, because that's what usually happens, especially after a while you've been using this mold for a long time. Then it becomes a bit funny in it, even after washing it and so forth. So let's give it a go. I'm being a bit gentle here, but just gonna squeeze. As you see, there's a piece that's going off already there, which is okay. We're just gonna solve it. Now let's gently remove it. Slowly. Don't want to break too much of it. So how nice is that, you guys? Perfect. So we have this little piece and you want to attach it, right? So I'm just going to put the piece back on there. Let me see which way. This way. Okay. Now let's grab our little tool here. Absolutely love this tool. And I'm just gonna go at the ends here. Ooh. Just kind of gonna melt the wax. It's funny though, but it's like we're soldering, just we're doing it in wax. Perfect. And now it's on. We can switch off our little tool here. Perfect. I don't know about you guys, but this tool, I can't live without it. Not anymore. It solved a lot of my problems, especially when it comes to molding flowers and so forth. And it saves me a lot of time as well. Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to put these in the fridge. I'm just going to put them in maybe half an hour or 40 minutes, something like that, just to cool them properly down. And then I'll show you how we can decorate. Okay, you guys, so it's been a while now, and the components have been sitting in the fridge now for a good 40 minutes. So I'm just going to grab my heat gun here, and I'm just going to give the surface just a little heat, just a bit. Now I'm gonna grab my wax pieces here. Now we can start decorating. So I think we're gonna put this one over here. I'd like for Cupid to be sitting up. See, this is going to set fast, you see, and now it holds him in place. It's perfect to cool down your components. sweet is that, you guys? Okay. Just gonna add a bit of extra decor. Some little red hearts. Let's add a little flower. Let's add a little red heart here. Very cute, you guys. Very cute. So we don't really need too much of everything. I'm just going to make this one a little bit smaller. Just kind of gonna add that one there. Add a little flower here. And there we go, you guys. This is really sweet. Or a little cupid candle. You can add a little ribbon here as well. Let me grab some ribbon at you guys, but suddenly my camera just switched off. I was doing the bow here. Let's add that a little bit. Pretty cute to finish, and there we go, you guys. Really sweet Valentine's Day candle, smelling of raspberries. Amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like what I do, and give me a like and a thumbs up, and yeah, and a comment as well, and let me know what you think. Thank you guys again for watching. See you next time. Bye.